Hope you're doing well tonight. I just wanted to really jump on here, get a quick live in. I've been trying to put out more content. Me and my business partner Riley at MyTripify, we've really been diving in on the content piece to really bring this community value. So tonight, without further ado, the STR Myth. We're going to do like a full series on this. STR Myth number 2 is all properties are great short-term rentals. I hear it all the time with investors and people that want to get into the real estate business in Charlotte specifically is, okay, the thought is just, I'll just throw my property up on Airbnb and then make a ton of money, right? Sounds pretty easy. I'm sure if you're in multiple groups, you will see something like that with essentially uneducated investors. From the outside looking in, it seems pretty easy. Us hosts and super hosts really make it look easy, and you're kind of given this dream that you throw it up on Airbnb and then you're rich overnight, right? There is a lot that really goes into setting up short-term rentals. Airbnb, Vrbo, direct booking. There's really a lot of technology, a lot of getting everything on the same page. I just want to kind of go through what that means. So once again, STR Myth is all properties are great short-term rental. Not the case whatsoever. We are actually seeing about 2 of 10 properties are going to be good short-term rentals for us. We're pretty specific with who we want to work with and what property we want to work with. Even if the owner investors is a great fit, the property, it really comes down to the property. So if the property's not a good fit, it's not a good fit. There's really a lot that goes into getting a short-term rental up and running, furnishing, supplies, getting the cleaning crew, getting the maintenance, like getting all that, systems, processes. There's really a lot that goes into that. So once again, usually 1 to 2 of 10 properties that we run, we'll underwrite the property and really do a deep dive and an analysis on the property. We get inquiries daily with, hey, would my property be a good short-term? So if you are curious about it, shoot me a DM. We can send you over a rental analysis completely free. And then at that point, you'll be like, oh, okay, yes, this is a good fit. No, it's not a good fit. And chances are, like, it's probably not a good fit. If it is, and we'll tell you, we'll be straight up with you if it is a good fit or if it's. So a small percentage are actually good fits for the short-term market. As you know, like being close to things, being if it's walkable, great. It doesn't have to be walkable nowadays. People are used to driving. We're not in New York. Being close to things, having things to do. If you're close to like the airport, main attractions, being close to like hospitals, for example, we host a lot of travel nurses, a lot of business travelers, professional travelers. So there's a lot of reasons why people travel to Charlotte. So once again, about 20-ish% of the properties are actually good fits from what we see. If you are curious about buying, we have a list. We've created a list of about 100 to 200 properties that range anywhere from 8 to 50% cash on cash. We call it the investor portal. If you aren't on that, we have about 30 some investors on that currently. If you're not, that's the place to be. It is going to crunch these numbers and save you a ton of time. We built it internally to use, but we're actually releasing to the public. If it is a paid, if you are a self-manager, if you do plan to use MyTripify services, short-term rental turnkey services, we include that in our service. So once again, shoot me a DM if you do have any interest in purchase new and don't want to spend time scraping the MLS and kind of going through that whole. So really, what makes a good short-term rental? A lot of factors that go into it. Obviously, the higher prices in Charlotte, everyone knows if you're semi-familiar with the real estate market in Charlotte, prices are really high historically. There are definitely some deals. We've seen a ton of deals go by that we're sending our investors on a weekly basis. So there are deals out there. You just need to know where to look and really how to let the data speak for itself and use the data very quickly. So once again, the investor portal does that for you. Obviously, higher prices are in Charlotte, so which makes it more of you have to create more revenue to kind of compensate for the higher prices in Charlotte. There's higher upfront cost when it comes to setting up a short-term rental Airbnb, furnishing, supplies, getting the cleaners like decorations, sheets, linens, towels. There's a lot that goes into it. We help you along the way from start to finish. We're onboarding 2 investors right now from literally we found the properties for them all the way up to us managing the process all throughout the onboarding process, and then we're going to obviously for the life of that property. So higher upfront cost, higher utilities, cleaning, of course, supplies. the goal here is to create a top-notch experience for the guest, right? Nobody wants to come into a place where it's dirty, it's not cleaned properly. They're missing a pan, they can't cook, Thanksgiving, for example. So we do everything on our end to make sure that the place is top notch, right? That's what we're there. We're pricing these properties at a pretty penny. The guest expects a great experience, and we're there to give them the great experience in Charlotte. So a couple things to mention. I mentioned cleaning before. Cleaning is a huge cost. The guest pays for it, so it's not like it's coming out of the investor or your pocket. But the good thing about that is professional cleaners are in your property on weekly, sometimes multiple times a week if it's a quick turn. At least, our average turn's about 3 turns a month. So at least 3 times a month, professional cleaners are in your property cleaning it, making sure everything is tip-top shape, and then we're really incentivized to make sure that we're getting great cleaners, and we're super pumped about our cleaning team and our crew here, but we're incentivized to make sure the property is top notch, because that trickles down to the guest experience, to the reviews, so on and so forth. So that is really kind of the heart and soul of this business. If you have any questions on how to really optimize that, shoot me a message. We're pretty good at kind of managing. Obviously the cleaners, getting in there weekly, that's one thing that we talk about a lot. It's a really big value add. Everybody's like, okay, how much money can I make is the question. The second question is, will you take care of my property? And that's usually the 2 main questions. So how much money? If it's a good fit, it's a good fit. We'll tell you, we have data to really back it up. And will you take care of my property? So stuff happens. We've had claims. It happens. Unfortunately, we haven't had any parties, knock wood, that we know of that, stuff happens in short-term rental, like a sheet stained, like pillows, like a pan broken, like whatever it is. Stuff will happen. That's why we charge the pretty penny, and then we have a pretty good process to recoup those damages if there are any and there's layers of protection. So really, one kind of value add we talk a lot is a free vacation place as well for your short-term rental. If you have a place in Charlotte, like we had one of our investors come Thanksgiving, they booked out their property for a week or so, and then had their family there. All they need to do was cleaning crew back in there, and it's just a free vacation property. So that's kind of a cherry on top value add, but once again, not every property is a great fit. Short-term rental myth number 2. We're going to be doing a whole series on this. Once again, if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay below. If you are catching it live, I appreciate it. One person is on here now. I didn't catch who it was just because I'm filming this. But hope you're doing well. It is Tuesday. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. I am about to get a shower, go to bed. Once again, take care.